Hello and welcome to another Albion Online Dev Talk. As you can see from my festive attire, it's time for the last Dev Talk of the year. A great opportunity to take a moment to reflect on what happened in 2024 and to take a first look at our plans for next year. We released a total of 4 game updates and 15 patches this year. That's quite a lot of content and improvements coming to Albion Online. And I've invited Moritz Bockelmann and Michael Schwan to take us through the highlights of 2024 before we take a look at what's coming next.
We kicked off the year with the Crystal Raiders update. We overhauled guild warfare, introducing territory raiding, allowing guilds to raid and steal siphoned energy from their rivals' territories. This introduced additional tactical depth, empowering guilds of all sizes to develop new strategies throughout Albion's competitive guild seasons. Alongside this, we added the first batch of crystal weapons into the game. Powerful, artifact-based weapons with new, unique abilities. The artifacts required for these crystal weapons could be obtained via a fully revamped Conqueror's Challenge, with significantly boosted rewards for both personal and guild achievements across a wider range of seasonal activities. It was a bold start to the year, setting the tone for one of Albion's busiest years yet. Crystal Raiders was just the first step, though. There was no time to rest on our laurels. Instead, we focused on building momentum, bringing further improvements to territories with the next update, Foundations. With the Foundations update, we doubled down on improvements to the guild warfare systems and raised the stakes even further, completely reshaping territory conflict in the Outlands. Guilds could now upgrade their territory defenses with fortifications, making them tougher to raid, while attackers gain siege banners as a means of breaching said fortifications. Additionally, we added territory activity chests, which reward guilds for staying active, but also offer valuable incentives to attackers. Foundations set a new standard for warfare and strategy in Albion Online, and it's been an exciting part of this year's journey. However, we don't feel we're quite done yet with Fortifications gameplay. In future updates, we hope to add further options of sieging and defending territory fortifications, as well as giving less advanced players access to this type of content.
With Paths to Glory, we added the Albion Journal, an elaborate achievement system that serves 2 main purposes. First, it serves as an introduction to new features, giving new players some guidance and nudging existing players to try out something new. Second, for each feature of the game, the journal provided tangible goals with missions that got progressively more difficult. Since completing the later achievements is very difficult, we added very nice new vanity items as a unique reward. And since these items are non-tradable, it means if you see another player with one of these items, you can be sure that the player put in the effort to unlock these skins. In the same update, we also did a major overhaul of the Roads of Avalon. We completely rebalanced the rewards and the frequency of activities, and also took the opportunity to add new activities that fit the roads really well, like the addition of tracking mobs. These combined changes increased the player activity in the roads significantly. And after the successful overhaul of the roads, we focused our next update on making the open world feel more attractive. The last update of the year was Horizons. Our main goal was to revitalize the open world. We wanted to make the world feel more dynamic and provide more exciting opportunities. To achieve this, we added a variety of new points of interest, like dynamic encampments, boss lair maps, dynamic resource hotspots, and new crystal creatures. To make sure the open world is also more attractive for the players, we increased the rewards of higher tier mobs. We also used this opportunity to adjust the mob difficulty, because while the available item power for players increased over the years, the mob power did not. So we increased the mob power scaling across the higher tiers to bring back truly challenging PvE. Additionally, we added an Outlands bonus that scales rewards higher the deeper in the Outlands you play, recalibrating the risk versus reward factor for the open world. Finally, since we did so much to make the Outlands more attractive, we also wanted to make it easier for solo players to play there. That is why we added the save portals. These portals transport you to a random location in the Outlands where you can try to gather some valuable loot and hopefully make it back alive. On top of that, Horizons delivered many other improvements like the fully customizable HUD editor, Tier 6 yellow zones, and 2 new journal categories. We can clearly see that the changes introduced with the update have increased the player population in the open world. And we are convinced that we can improve the open world even further in future updates in the next year.
So as you can see, 2024 was a very busy year for us. But we have big plans for 2025 too. The next update for Albion Online is already well underway, and it brings some exciting additions to the Outlands with new small-scale objectives and ways of basing yourself out there in black banks without being in a guild. It also adds new trade opportunities in the Outlands and important usability improvements, as well as more crystal weapons, journal content, and even more fun features we'll talk about when we introduce the update officially. A key priority for the early year is also to address the economic development of the gold market. Throughout 2024, we've seen a significant increase in the trading value of gold, and we don't think the current high gold prices are healthy for the game, so we'll invest some time in careful adjustments of the economy. Our goal is to stabilize the gold economy and gradually steer it into a healthier direction. After the first update in the next year, we'll also revisit our production schedule. In 2024, we pushed out a total of 4 updates, but we weren't 100% happy with the amount of impact we could make in each update. So for 2025, we want to take a little more time for each development cycle. We still want to launch updates in between seasons, so starting from season 26, we'll change season length to 2 months and have a new update every other season going forward. We got the impression that most of you would prefer shorter seasons over longer ones, but please give us feedback in the comments. Beyond that first update, we have a number of topics we are already preparing for 2025, including a revisit of Hellgates and Corrupted Dungeons, improvements to the starting experience, a big push to increase the variety of territory warfare and guild seasons, as well as finally getting the chance to improve on faction warfare. We'll certainly talk more about all of these topics as the new year fully kicks off, but for now I want to thank you all for making this another great year in the world of Albion Online and wish you a very happy holiday season and a happy new year.